up, everybody? It's Tejal here. I am once again cheating by going live on YouTube. Um, I just had a topic come to mind and I wanted to talk about it. But I wanted to talk about money because money has been coming up a lot lately in conversations that I'm having with people who are helping me like kind of grow what's the biz. Obviously, money is becoming a prominent thing for what's the biz. But every time somebody talks about money, I'm just like I feel like an alien in that conversation sometimes because money is like if you know me, you know somebody, you know I like nice things. Like I love gold. I love like I love traveling. I love nice houses. I love nice things. I love nice cars. But I never like really associated those things with money. You know what I mean? Like in my mind, I've never been like, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. I just wanted experiences. And I'm not sure. I know there's some people like that. And then I know there's some people who are really focused on the green. But my thing is more so about experiences. And so today I was talking to like one of my like business advisors and we were talking about money and there's this project that I really can't talk about that they were working on and she was like, "Oh yeah, hopefully, what's the biz? You'll be in that category of being a millionaire with what's the biz." And I was like, "What?" Like, what the fuck? I never thought about that. I never put a price goal on what's the biz because what's the biz to me was like literally it started out as a hobby. In season 1, I really just picked up a camera. I was like, I want to interview some black business owners, kind of get their story out there. And I interviewed them with my camera and that was it. I posted it, edited a little bit, and I posted it. And then in season 2, I was like, okay, I want to make this a lot better. And so how can I do that? And, one of my friends suggested just like hiring people to do the stuff that kind of like took a lot of time from me. And so that's what I did. I like got a team together. Shout out to Samara Poe, who does my video editing, and Jasmine Milam, who I just found out is my cousin, but she did my social media. And I wanted to make sure that they were paid because those girls are super talented. And so I decided like, okay, I'm gonna spend some money on my friends and their gifts because I really appreciate them. And so that's when What's the Biz started costing money. Anyways, y'all gonna have to excuse me because sometimes when I like ramble, I forget what the hell I was talking about. But so what was I saying? Oh, money and What's the Biz. So What's the Biz was free at first, and then it started costing me. And so then I was like, okay, I need to figure out how to get help paying for What's the Biz because I want to share these stories, but I don't want to do it in a generic way and I don't want to do it in a tacky way. I want it to be nice and precise and clean and smooth and all of that. And so once I started spending money out of my own pocket, I'm like, all right, this has to give. Like, I have to find sponsors or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, so when she kind of like mentioned What's the Biz becoming a $1 million business, I was just like, I never thought about that. And then I started reflecting and thinking about like, well, why don't I think about money? Like why why like a lot of my friends are very motivated by money, which I understand because money is like a key. It gives you access, it gives you power. Those concepts I understand. Power is something that I don't want. Like, I mean, I guess I like that's crazy. I do want power as far as like control over my life and keeping Luke safe. Those are the only things that I want real power in and kind of power in supporting my community and making sure that we get the resources that we need and that we're doing what we can to be successful. But as far as like having money to get myself out of situations, I think a lot of my friends are motivated by money because they've had traumatic experiences where they saw what life was like when you don't have money. Like they had to be hungry or they had to be homeless or they had to be, taken away from their families. Money has caused a lot of issues for a lot of my friends. And so I think that a part of them is like, well, if I get money, I'll never have to worry about that again. I just think that trauma and money are connected somehow. For me, I feel like the reason why I'm not in that same like boat is because like my family, like we weren't well off, but we were cool. Like I never had to worry about being hungry. I never have to worry about my safety. I was always sure, despite whatever was going on, with my parents or behind closed doors, they never disclosed any stress to us. I had a very kind of like, when it comes to money in my family, peaceful childhood. Like I didn't have to worry about those traumatic things. And I think growing up, that's why I was just never really interested in being so thirsty for money because it was like, um, I don't know. It was just like, first of all, I think people feel like money will solve all your problems. Like once you become that millionaire, you and your family gonna be straight. Like everything is gonna be good when you got money. And it's like, no, problems still happen when you have money. Things still happen, destructive things. So money isn't my like key to, I guess, being free. I don't know. But anyways, every time I tell somebody I used to do What's the Biz for free, or even when I tell them like about season two, like how I paid for each episode on my own, didn't ask for anything from business owners, they would go, "What?" Like they would like definitely give me the side eye. And I really didn't understand it. I was like, well, I feel like I want to help them and I'm talented in this area and I just want to do what I can to help my community. But now I'm starting to understand the value of hard work. Like I'm working hard on What's the Biz. What's the Biz isn't just like, oh, let me get this interview together last minute and do this. It takes preparation with meetings. It takes a lot. It takes preparation for each interview. I have to do research, create content. Um, it's just a lot. We're using high quality production to produce these videos. And so, what the heck? What is my topic? It's money, the millionaire mindset, and my thoughts about money. Okay, cool. And so, as far as What's the Biz becoming $1 million company, I think I'm just going through a process of like learning. You can get paid for doing what you love and doing what you can for the community. Like, I've always had some sort of guilt in making people pay me to help my community, but it's like, I love this lady named Budgetnista. Like, she is this money guru. She'll help you with your credit, all of that stuff. And one thing that I learned from her is like, what she does is she helps people who really need it and she makes sure that they don't have to pay her to do that. So she partners with like banks and larger organizations whose mission aligns with hers and they pay her to do the free stuff that's being done for everyone. She's basically, I guess, being partnered or sponsored and has sponsorships. And that's the kind of model I liked because Black businesses, they already have, you know, um not a disadvantage, but how America does us. Like, let's be real. And and so I just didn't want them to have to pay for me to do something. I wanted it to be sponsored and I wanted to align myself with organizations or corporations that believe in minority owned businesses and wants to invest in them. And What's the Biz is a way for us to get their stories out and create those connections so people can really spend their money with them. So, anyways, I guess all of this is for me to say, like, I'm really trying to, like, I guess, like, I'm about to get real here, y'all. I never thought of myself being a millionaire, like, really, not because I don't feel like it couldn't happen, but that's not something that I thought about. So now, as What's the Biz starts to monetize and build and become a real business, I have to kind of step out of this mindset of like, I have to start to understand money and create a healthy relationship with it. And understand that What's the Biz needs to be funded. Um, and so that is what I came here to talk about just my mindset with money and how I feel so weird sometimes because I just don't look at it like how everybody else does. I'm not hungry to make $1 million. That's not, I definitely want to make sure Luke is fed and we have great experiences. And, you know, I guess that is money. I guess that is money. Like I am thinking about money, but not directly. Another thing I wanted to say is a lot of times you'll probably hear me talking about like if I date, like what what I want from my significant other, and money is definitely like important. Like, but it's not because like I want someone to spoil me or anything like that. It's like I plan on bringing myself to the table, and I plan on being successful in my own right to where I can provide for my family. A lot of times when you date a man or something like that, if you're making more money than him, like his ego is kind of like his ego is his ego is hurt. And I just don't want those problems. Like I just unless you are a man who are secure in yourself and you can handle if I'm making more money than you, then great. But if you're like, and you're not a scrub, like I'm making more money than you, but we don't talk. I mean, we can talk about it. You know what I mean? Like I'm making more money, but you are playing your part too. It's not like I'm going to work and you sitting on the couch watching Dragon Ball Z. Like not that hasn't happened. I promise that the way that I like put a lot of emphasis on that, it feels like it happened, but it didn't. But like I want to make sure that you're securing yourself where you're okay with your wife or your woman making more money than you. So I don't know. That is it. I just want to talk about money, monetizing what's the biz, and my money mindset and where I am, how I feel about money. Um, Thank y'all for watching. Today I got two people. Hey, okay, now I just got one. Somebody just left, but it's good because one day this number gonna say 10,000, and then you gonna be like, I was there with her when she first started doing these lives. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all should really tell me what you think about money in the comments below. Let me know, like, is money a big issue for you? Do you think about it all the time? Do you have these high goals of being this millionaire? How do you feel about money? I would really love to hear your thoughts. Like, I'm not saying that so you can comment on it, but am I tripping? Like, do you feel that same way, or do you feel like, nah, sis, money is super important? Let me know. Bye.